Hey all you dirtbags, welcome to the all-new Dirt in a Bag podcast from BASTARDSINC. Today you got me and Walter, just kicking back and talking cars. But first, let me ask you a serious question. How do you feel about full frontal male nudity?
It'd be cool for a hug to come back. I kind of want one of those sandwiches now.
Want one of them sandwiches?
Yeah.
Alright, you dirtbags, we're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to try to do a podcast format. And,
It could only go perfectly.
perfectly wrong, hopefully.
Yeah.
And, we were sitting here talking about, like, well, when you got a project going on something like this, it's probably way smarter to do it in stages. As in, like, one weekend, do like the cam, springs, driving around, tune it. Next weekend, do the ADE, stall converter swap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's essentially what happened with your blue truck, except
I didn't put an AD in it. I just put a converter in the 60.
well, we just tell everybody, like, yeah. Well, they saw the video. I already ratted you out on that one. And spoiler alert.
My truck's still out right here, so.
Yeah, you know.
On two honks.
Yeah, two honks. I didn't put that part in there. Like, I thought, like, his truck's so loud sitting next to me, it's like, I just boop, boop, boop. I hit the horn 3 times. And in the video, I'm like, oh shit, there was only 2 honks in there. Like, so I just made it seem like I just whole shot of the crap out of you. So, so that didn't work out really good at all. The truth is out. Dude, wait.
In like the next 4 to 6 weeks.
In the next 4 to 6 weeks.
Or months. Whatever.
Years, this thing will be running.
Whenever it actually gets running.
Well, I took a week off from work because you'd be surprised, like, not being at your job for like 10 hours a day, how much you get done.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I know, right? You're like, I just come over here and I'm just looking at all this shit. And I'm like, man, screw this guy. Like,
yeah, like, I gotta go to work and shit. I get nothing done on my car. Like, every time, like, between times I get to work on my car, it gets like an inch of dust on it.
Do you hate me? I gotta edit out all these F-bombs. Like, we gotta do a wave in that so I can bleep that. So I can see it scrolling through all this crap.
Well, I'm not good at
speaking.
At speaking without dropping the F-bomb, and I blame my dad who used it like a comma.
Well, yeah, like your dad's from like a just gnarly war vet from like Vietnam, right?
Yeah. He'd say it like 5 times in a 4-word sentence.
You just like drink a 24-pack of whatever, like Budweiser's on the way home in his Trans Am with his mullet just flowing in the wind.
Yeah, on the drive home.
On the drive home. Yeah. How far was the drive? Because that gauges how impressive it is to cram a 24-pack.
I don't know, from Glenrose.
Glenrose to here?
Down by Cleburne.
They don't know what the hell we're talking about. How many miles?
It's probably 50, 40.
50, 40 miles?
40, 50 miles? I don't know. Well, no. Because he lived in Joshua, so it wasn't that long. It was like 25. Dude, if you can... 24 beers in 25 miles.
Dude, that, like, talk about power hour. Like, power half hour. Power 24 minutes.
Just
straight up
slamming beers at like 65 miles an hour on 917.
In the neighborhood I used to live in, we used to go to this dude's house named D, and he was this big black dude, like buff and stuff, like from San Quentin prison. You know what I mean? Like full of tattoos on his like face, like 10 years before people started getting face tattoos.
Back when they meant you were badass.
Yeah, it meant like, all right, this guy's killed at least 47 people, and with a knife that he put in his butt. And
his toothbrush knife.
Anyway, like he married into this Mexican family, and like the dude, like this old Mexican man, like apparently, like the rumor was they used to be in like the cartels and stuff like that. And what he would do to pass his time, he would go out and just sit in like a 1993 Dodge Dynasty that they parked in front of their house with a 24-pack of Modelo, and he would just sit and he would just stare out the windshield, like 1,000-yard stare, just straight down the road.
Man, he's
and his daughter's coming outside the, like, D's old lady, like, Where's Puppy? Where's he at? Like, he's like, and D's like, no, he's in the zone. Leave him alone. Let him go.
He's just remembering the old days. He's just like,
no. He's out there in the zone. Leave him alone.
Back when I could do shit.
But no, we were recently just discussing the importance it is of having like a daily driver and stuff like that. And I must say, I borrowed my buddy's Fiesta to come over here, and I think I'm kind of sold on the world of the.
He's going to the other side, folks.
He's going to the sissy club, but we're just gonna test drive this podcast format until we stop talking to the camera and start pulling out our phones and showing each other memes and stuff.
Trying to find intercooler piping.
That'll fit. I'm debating on where I want to put this right now. I really wanted to like. It's a scratch and dent. Just drop it.
Yeah, but you gotta buy another one if you break this one.
Another one.
And you already gotta buy piping.
I already gotta buy piping.
I already gotta buy another wastegate.
What am I doing with my life?
Spending all your money.
Oh man. But no, I really wanted to like mount this thing behind here because it would be like super slick, and nobody does it, and it's like I was doing it, and I figured out why.
Because there ain't no room.
There's no room at all. You can't put couplers on anything.
It just runs into shit.
Is that a juice, or is it just raining harder out there?
It's just rain.
It's just the rain.
It's raining in Tejas right now.
There's a rain.
It's
flooding down in Texas.
At like 4 in the morning.
Is it 4 in the morning?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh. I was talking to them about that earlier. I'm like, yeah, you guys have no idea what time it is out here because it just looks like perpetually 10 o'clock in the evening every time I'm filming out here because it's just dark. Let's put that down here.
Yeah. Yeah, but we work nights, so it's like 6 o'clock.
Some of them weirdos.
Yeah.
Freaking, but no, like I was just talking about, like I just watched this video with the Moot Hoople himself talking about the importance of having a daily and stuff like that right before he's about to like Mega Squirt ECM his Kia Soul with a turbo. And
yeah, but the difference between him and us is that when he says I'm gonna have it done in a week, it's done in like 3 days.
Yeah, it's done in like 3 days. It's even like, I don't know, man. Like put him and like DD's Speed Shop in a race on like build completion. It's like insane. Because I've been dicking around with this thing for like
a week,
and I'm just like, man. And I'm here for like 10 hours a day, just like all this, like doing, like changing everything like you shouldn't do. And the way it's turning out is
also this is his daily.
No. I got a couple of them dailies, a couple wheels on one.
Yeah, it's raining.
Yeah, I know it's raining. It's gonna be raining a lot next week.
Yeah, it's supposed to monsoon.
I'm literally like bribing my roommate right now. I'm like, yo, I'll do your brakes. Just let me drive your car for like a couple of weeks. Don't be like me. Hashtag pray for me. But yeah, dude, like he's gonna do like some crazy stuff to that Kia. Like apparently, like he's gonna put like 2 sets of injectors in it to like supplement when you're flooring the crap out of it.
Yeah, they do that on like the direct injected Corvettes and stuff. Because they add supplemental injectors.
It's gonna be like a top fuel racer with like, what is it, like 47 points of entry where fuel goes into the engine. It's like all the fuel, all the, like there's like 16 of them in the supercharger itself. There's like 12 in the intake. It's got direct injection. It's got like, it's insane. And they're like, all right, well, like I went to one of those seminars. That's the only reason I know that. Like one of those seminars that they have.
I read an article on Carcraft like 20 years ago.
Yeah, like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Back when you were like
10.
Like 10. Just picture him 10 years old on the shitter, just like.
That was my childhood. I read more car magazines than I did kids' books.
Well, they got Crass and Bernie in there, so.
Not back then.
What? Oh yeah.
Crass and Bernie
didn't Freiberger bring that back?
Yeah, and
Freiberger bought Crass
like 2004 or something.
Something like that.
I was in high school when Crass and Bernie came back.
Oh, back in like 1974.
Fuck you.
Oh shit! That's another one I'm gonna edit out.
Yeah. Maybe I should just do that.
Come on, man. I'm just gonna leave him in. I'm like just gonna give up. I put a video in with Van Halen music in it today, just like out of hell with it. You know what I
mean? Yeah, I heard like what was it? The last video had music in it. I was like, oh, he's playing with fire.
Well, if it's like operatic music, I'm pretty sure it's like
Yeah,
it's free. It's free game.
But
you
what
can
I
use
heard
that.
was like music.
What music?
I don't know. I just heard music.
Hey, doesn't matter.
Dude, that was like 7 hours ago. I don't remember.
Hey, this is the beta. All right, this is the beta. We're seeing if like people respond to this.
Trial run.
If it's even gonna work.
For you less educated folk.
Including myself
and me. Obviously, because we modify our dailies. We're idiots.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, like your truck, like he can't stop changing the muffler on his truck. Let's back up a little bit.
Just changed it today.
He changed it today again. Like it's a weekly thing. It's like he has a what mufflers do you have?
One's like the Summit knockoff Magnaflow. You got any wide tape?
Wide tape?
Yeah, wide.
Go in that. It's on the shelf in there. But yeah, he has like a knockoff. Was it Magnaflow?
Yeah.
Knockoff Magnaflow, and then like this bullet muffler. He's like going back and forth on. I keep telling him to leave the bullet muffler on there because it sounds way better. And he's just like, oh, but it drones and this and that, and it does. You just gotta be a man about it.
The thing he's not telling you is that when I do put the bullet on there, he's like, man, it's so loud.
It's so loud. It's too late, dude. It's too late. What are you doing?
I don't know. My uncle works for 5.
You should put like a name tag. It's like idiot right there on your right there on the tape.
Well, just edit that in.
Well, like I already did it to Pat. He's not fired yet, so.
My uncle used to work at
Pat's wearing like a Caterpillar hat, a Caterpillar shirt. He's got like, I don't know, like boxer briefs with little caterpillars on them and shit when you bend over.
Whoa, wow.
You gotta zoom in, get those really good camera angles.
Apparently closer than I thought.
Well, when you gotta like bend over at like a 180-degree angle to paint an engine on the oil pan,
yeah,
you gotta party a little bit.
My uncle used to work for 5-Star Dodge, and when they have a new guy, they would walk up to him and just cover up like 4 of the stars with a piece of tape. They're like, "Yeah, you aren't there yet. You're just a 1-star."
Get out of here, you little 1-star cretin.
Yeah.
Almost did it again, huh?
Almost did what again?
I can't tell you. I can't tell them either.
I almost said
an obscenity.
I mean, I'm good at obscenities.
You're just obscene. That's all it is.
I am.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. The hoople.
The hoople. Yeah, he's doing all this crazy. I'm curious to see what it does. Like on the dyno, on the rollers. I'm like, I'm gonna put my number out right now. I'm gonna say 375 tire before it just folds a rod in half. Because like those Kia motors, like we're
talking about the Kia.
Yeah, we're talking about the Kia. Like the Kia motors and stuff like that. Like we're mechanics and like we see these.
You shouldn't say that too loud. They'll judge us for.
Oh no, we're hobbyists. And we see these things all the time. And really with the engine, it's just hit or miss. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you get a good one. It'll run 250K, no problem. And then you get another one, and it'll just like totally shit the bed at like 30,000 miles.
Yeah.
And then like you lift the car up, and it's got a blue tag on the motor, and you're like, oh, this is definitely a red flag right here. This little reman.
Mm-hmm.
But then, yeah, like the Mustang.
Which one? Oh, Happels.
Yeah, his Mustang.
You started talking about work again, and I was like, what? What Mustang?
I got sidetracked. I get sidetracked a lot. If you haven't seen any of my videos, you'll know that pretty well. It's like, hey, I got to do this, but first I got to do this. It's like my brain. It's literally like a treadmill that you can only fit like 3 things on, and the treadmill is going full blast. And like, all right, I got to remember to turn the coffee pot off. I got to close the refrigerator. I got to do this, and then like by the time I get to the next thing, the coffee pot's just off the treadmill and flung into the drywall.
And then you forget that it's morning and you got to take a shit before you leave. And
yeah.
You get halfway to work.
And you either get halfway to work and you shit your pants, or you just like have no pants.
Which is worse?
Which is worse? I don't know, man. I've done at least one.
Which one?
Wait, which time? We're not talking about that this episode. That's a tale for another day. So what's your plans with the blue truck?
I don't know.
Because at this stage right now, it's got the Elgin 1840P, Pack 1218s, PTC converter.
That one's got a
Yank converter. You bought it used, right?
Yeah.
Or restalled or something like that?
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
It's a wild guess.
I bought a good deal. I bought it on a good deal from a guy on Marketplace, and
got it for a deal.
Yeah, and it sat in the garage for like a year.
You over real good, he did.
Yeah, he did. It sat in the garage for like a year or two before I decided to put it in the truck, and I went to, like, last minute, dumped it over in a pan, and there was all kinds of metal shavings in it, so I had to send it out again.
That must have been really hard to pretend not to see.
I didn't pretend not to see it. It actually... I hate transmission work. I hate it. I hate pulling them. I hate anything to do with them.
What happened with that? Like, you had to deal with a couple transmission problems in your day. Is that right?
Yeah, a few.
Like pretty bad ones, or like can you explain a little
bit
further?
I had a '85 Camaro in high school that the 700R4 went out predictably, right?
No.
And,
no.
Yeah. And
impossibly.
So I got this long-tail turbo 350 because they can use a stock drive shaft in an F body, and I didn't know what the.
Hey, you're catching yourself. Starting to act like a civilized human.
I didn't know what I was doing.
He's got 3 kids. He's still trying to do this.
Yeah, you should have heard some of the jokes. I had to stop myself on
you
the
should have heard some of the things I told to my daughter's face.
No, I had to stop myself today, though. I was talking to a lady on the phone on FaceTime, and I was like, oh, yeah? Well, little ears. I'm not going to go any further. But
it's Modelo time, fool.
They're not going to sponsor you either.
Modelo, some free stuff.
Hey, Walmart. Free water?
You got that great value. That value is pretty great. I've seen it.
Yeah, me too.
It's got like the least amount of floaties I've ever seen in water.
It's got electrolytes.
That's what the plants crave.
Anyway, this transmission. So, I didn't know what I was doing. It had a trans leak that I just gave up on fixing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would buy trans fluid by the case every week.
Yeah, there's another one.
And just keep topping this transmission up, right? And
it's fine.
Yeah, it's totally cool, right? And vacuum modulator was hooked up wrong. It had a...
How did it shift? The modulator's hooked up wrong. It's just bad.
well, because also, okay, I'm 17, right? I don't know shit about shit. I don't know shit about shit, right? Well, this neighbor gives me a B&M whole shot, like 10-inch converter. It's like a 3800 stall.
Oh.
And it was a 273 gear car.
It's got some spice. It's pretty spicy, huh?
It made it slower.
I don't know, man. You drove a 305 3rd gen with a what stall converter in it?
3500.
And a mini spool.
And a single plane.
And a single plane.
I knew a little.
30-degree temps.
I knew a little more back then, at that point.
Maybe you knew a little less.
No, that car ran better.
Yeah.
I knew more. So I put this compilation of junk together because it was all like freebies.
Mm-hmm.
And the trans leaked like a sieve, and the converter was way too loose, and I didn't put a cooler on it because I didn't know anything about anything, and it just like burned up transmissions all the time. Like every month or two, it needed a rebuild.
You got you good at them though.
It got me to hating transmission work. Is what it did. My whole senior year of high school, my clothes smelled like transmission fluid.
Better than gear oil.
I disagree. To this day, the smell of trans fluid like kind of rolls my stomach a little bit because I think about all that, you know.
Yeah, you're like, oh man. Well, I mean,
it was a learning experience.
It's mostly detergent anyway, so you're probably doing yourself a favor, just like giving yourself a little ATF shower.
I mean, that's what I tell everybody when I dump trans fluid all over their driveway.
I'm doing you a favor right now. I'm cleaning your driveway.
Yeah.
Was it Mike Finnegan? Oh, the driveway is a lovely shade of rainbow.
Yeah.
I need like an ATF bath here soon, man. Like my deodorant took a crap today. It smells like a sweatshop in here, and it's all because of this guy.
Yeah. Wait. No.
Yeah.
I stopped working too. Yeah. We had
LT1 car still? Is that what we're talking about?
No, this was my 3rd gen,
okay.
like my first car. No, I learned a lot with that car. I learned a lot of what not to do, and I've applied it to the car since then.
Don't have an OptiSpark.
No, I wasn't talking about. I was talking about the 3rd gen still.
Mm.
The LT1 car was like, the Opti was the worst part of that car.
Yeah.
Everything else was nice. I liked it.
What were you talking about the other day? Like they figured out a delete for that OptiSpark where you could just run was it either LS coil packs or like just a HEI or something like that?
No, it still uses the Opti, but it puts the car in batch fire, so you don't use a cam sensor.
Okay.
You just wire it with a 411 PCM, and you don't use a cam sensor. You just use a crank sensor, and it puts it in batch fire, but it still uses the Opti to send spark. So you can still use like factory wires. You don't have to do coils or anything. It's a really cheap alternative if you're not willing, or if you're willing to do a little work and you don't want to spend $1,500 or whatever it is on the EFI connection stuff, which is very nice and I wanted for my car, but I couldn't afford it.
Who wants to buy nice parts anyway?
I just have the aforementioned 3 kids and not any.
All parts vendors send us free stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think Josh is coming.
No, he's not.
He's totally not coming.
Right now. It's what?
We're calling you out right now, Josh. You hear that?
It's what, 4?
He's not even gonna see this.
No, he's not.
No,
He didn't even watch
I've seen him.
one.
I've seen him watch YouTube videos. It's like beginning, middle,
it's
end.
Like, it's 4. If he ain't here, he
It's
ain't coming.
faux. Maybe even faux.
So yeah, I learned what not to do on the 3rd gen, and then I applied it to every other car. And at this point in time, I measure torque converter clearance, and every car I put together gets the biggest cooler I can afford. And yeah,
He hates the fact that I just use like the cheapest cooler that I could find. It makes him like.
I mean, it's still a nice cooler.
Makes him roll over in the bed at night, wake up in a cold sweat. Ah!
No, you're the one changing the trans. Not me.
Well, who do you think's gonna be helping me? Damn it!
Who do you think's helping me put those headers on a Trans Am?
Oh. Why do you gotta like F bodies so much?
I don't know.
This is like something we talk about pretty frequently. Like he gets a nice vehicle and like he does his absolute best just to ruin it. Absolutely. Like, all right, tell them about the black 3rd gen.
Oh God, where to start with that one?
How you got it, and then how you got it running in time for work after you wrecked the 240. Or like you didn't wreck it, somebody ran into you, right?
Well, the place I worked, they dropped cars off in the front of the building, and it was a 2-lane road, and there were 2 semi trucks double parked, so I couldn't see. I couldn't see a very
the place I was working at the time.
I couldn't see this very very nice brand new.
Ish.
No, it was like a new.
It was brand ass
new dually on the other side of the road coming towards me, and
dude, a dually hit that thing. It didn't look like it messed it up that bad.
I mean, it didn't mess up his truck.
He hit a speed bump. Was like, what the hell was that?
It kind of crunched. It like bent his his step.
It took his floor mat and it kind of rippled it a little bit. Is all it did. It really made him angry. He had to report that to his insurance.
Yeah, my insurance dropped me over that one.
I'm surprised your insurance didn't drop you when you told him what car you were driving. And what color is it? All of them.
I had only the best insurance there was.
But no, your black 3rd gen that you drove around forever.
But which time?
The most recent time.
Because like
originally, we'll get into the original one later. We'll go into the most recent time right now.
So I wrecked this 240, and it's got a bad trans anyway. Like the trans is making all kinds of bearing noise. I'm kind of over it.
Still making bear noise.
I mean, no, it's not.
Brother's got it now. His brother's got it now.
No, the 240.
Oh, the 240.
The 240. The Trans Am 240 is making bearing noise when I got rid of it. Like I sold it, and a guy drove up from like San Antonio or something to pick it up, and he messaged me on Facebook Messenger like 7 hours later that they were driving it around the neighborhood and the trans locked up.
Oh goody.
And I was like, you know what? I told you I had a trans problem when you bought it. I don't know what you want from me. I even included a new transmission, like another transmission. So
if he dies, he dies.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about it at all. Hindsight, I probably should have just put the transmission in it and sold it as a nicer car. But
dude, you should have just being at that time in your life, you should have made it like just a shit missile. Put a bash bar on it.
Kind of already was.
Doing slidey boys.
Yeah, the thing is, I always want my cars to be nice, and then I just totally ruin them.
Wait, you want them to be nice?
I mean,
Hey.
I at least want them to not leak water on me.
Or transmission fluid.
Yeah, or transmission fluid.
Hey, and by the way, that never doesn't happen. ATF always wins.
Yeah,
I don't care if you're Chip Foose. Chip Foose drips ATF in his driveway when he's pulling a transmission out. I don't care. Like,
no, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
You think he pulls transmissions in his driveway?
Yeah, that motherfucker probably parts his pubic hair. Dang it! I gotta edit that out.
Yeah, you do. You can't talk about the Chip like that.
Sorry, Chip Foose. Send me free stuff.
He's gonna send you a bill for using his name.
He's gonna send me a cease and desist at life.
Oh yeah, when you have over 1,000 views, you could say my name.
Hey, I got that. I got like one video with like over 1,000.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all his videos get like millions though.
Man, not everybody can be Joe Rogan, all right?
I mean,
Matthew McConaughey was on Joe Rogan recently. Really? Did you see that?
No.
He said, "All right, what's up, Joe Rogan? How you doing?"
I want to listen to that one.
Dude, that guy is out of his mind. Have you like ever heard that guy talk like outside of a movie? Dude, I don't know. I guess he's like a lovable character, but man, like listen to that guy talk on like a long, like form podcast platform, and he's just like, man, what you got to do is you just got to wake up in the morning, and you got to have a moment to check in with yourself, and then you go out there before you even say anything. Go out in the kitchen, and say, "Hi, I'm all here, everybody. What's going?" You got to talk to yourself for like 45 minutes. I'm like, what are you talking about? Hey!
I mean, he might not be wrong.
He might not be wrong. He's like Joe Rogan. He put it really good. He's like, you got like a really good like whiskey philosopher attitude, like those guys you meet in a bar, and you just get shit bombed, and you talk to him like, this guy's cool. This guy right here, this guy's the real deal.
Yeah, and then you sober up and realize the error in your ways.
Yeah, you realize like, oh man, I gotta cut that guy's yard now or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm out there making promises and I don't want to keep the next day. Like.
Yeah.
I really hope this video doesn't chop it up in like 8-minute segments. So like, I gotta piece it all back together and like.
You know how much I would suck because there's like no real markers. We're just kind of sitting here talking.
I mean, there's the intercooler's up here and the intercooler's on the ground.
So
that's the only thing I got to go off of when I put this up.
Yeah, you got nothing.
Oh, I thought there was a hornet back there.
No, there was one buzzing around earlier today. Though.
Why do you gotta? Today or like right now?
Earlier today.
I hate bees. That's like one thing.
I watched this guy brake clean the dash of a very nice square body.
It wasn't nice.
The dash was nice. The dash was the dash was nice.
I'm not even gonna edit it. I'm just gonna post it.
You should probably edit at least some of this out.
Names, places, and events have been changed.
Yeah, it'd probably be the best.
No, like dude, those cracks in that dash the size of the Grand Canyon. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Maybe it was the door panel you sprayed.
Yeah, the door panel that was like, you know, a lovely shade of blue, then faded blue, then more faded blue.
They were nicer than mine.
Did you have door panels?
I had the.
I'd have gave them to you. I'd have hosed that whole thing down.
I had that square body, the 85.
If there was a beehive at that door, I'd have thrown it in the ocean. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But we got that cleaned out. I had a bunch of square bodies. Too many. I had to get it out of my system.
Man, you want another one?
I do want another one so bad right
There's
now.
one on Marketplace for like $600.
What's the link? 600? What year is it?
79.
Oh, yeah.
79 long bed.
Dang it!
It's got like the.
It's the one I want. It's got the one-piece blinker.
It's got like the Big 10 sticker on the bed still.
The schlong bed.
Yeah, the wrong bed.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
That's said with all the affection I can muster because I like long beds.
It's all we can afford.
I don't think the square bodies look right with this short bed.
They do look kind of stumpy. It's kind of like the OBS trucks.
OBS trucks need to be an extended cab or a short bed regular cab.
Yeah. Well, even the short bed regular cab, it looks like they're kind of sawed off in the front like a bulldog.
Well, that's just the way OBS trucks look.
Yeah. I still like them though. I still want another one of those.
I had one, and it was an extended cab, and it was alright.
I had one of those was like my second vehicle, and that totally got stuffed through an intersection by a Dodge Dakota going 55 miles an hour. Punched the frame through the back bumper. So that was fun. There's bees.
Yeah, there's one up there. Buzzing around.
Are you kidding me?
No. I don't know where it went. It was.
Ah!
Yeah, right there. Wait, that's a moth, dude.
What?
That
No,
was
it ain't.
No, that was a moth that you ran from, but there's a bee right there.
Get the spray. It's right there. Kill it, Walter. Smack it out of him.
Are we not editing this out?
Smack the life out of him.
I hope we don't edit this out.
Ah!
I think I got him. Yeah, he's crawling on the ground now.
Where's he at?
Over there by the drain pan. Man, I gotta brake clean my arm now to get this.
Okay, we're good.
Get this poison off of me.
We're safe. Walter's not. He's about to have kidney failure from
Yeah, I'm about to die.
getting so much poison on him. Why are they out? It's like 4 in the morning.
Why are we out and it's like 4 in the morning?
We're working night and we're stupid. All right, I think that's a good time and place to call it. What do you think?
Man, I think we talked a lot about nothing.
I think we talked a lot about. Hey, we got 30 minutes.
Dude, we didn't finish a single topic
No, we didn't.
that we started on.
Bye bye.